Hey everybody, D Amazing here, bringing you a review of the SH Figuarts Body-Kun DX set mail. So, while you see the mail there, I'm going to show you guys what the box looks like. That's the front side of the box. You're going to look at the back of the box. You see all those accessories and all of the good shit, but you're not here for a fucking box. So, let's get over that. Straight up, I'm going to get into the articulation of the figure and the simple fact that this is by far one of the best things that ever could have happened that have been released. I was worried that it would kill the game because everyone would do DBZ customs, but whatever. So immediately you realize they give this figure the maximum parts of articulation. So the head can rotate. Like, look at this flexibility. So not only that, going backwards, it's double jointed. There's all sorts of articulation. There's thigh swivel, double jointed knees, ankle pivot, ankle rotation, 360-degree rotation on the arm. It can hold the weight of weapons and things like that. Double jointed, so it comes all the way in. Neck is fully rotatable. Ball joint is actually very nice as well. So that fits some DBZ figures and amongst other things. The pegs are actually really small, so they won't fit hands of other things, but it comes with the hands of many other accessories. So I'll get into that in a second. There's bicep swivel. So you really get the maximum amount of articulation that you thought that you would fear of getting and how it would compare to other figures. So basically you get everything you really would want. So immediately I'm already impressed with articulation. There's even toe pivot, and immediately you put a figure in a pose, it stays, right? Excellent. So that's really cool that they give you the hole in the back. I forgot to mention that. So they give you the hole to put SH Figuarts stages in it, Figma stages, things like that. So you get this really cool point of articulation. But then the reason why I was sold on the DX set is you get tons and tons of hands. So this is really cool. You get open palms, you get relaxed palms, you get holding weapons, holding cell phones, holding particular items. You get like Spider-Man like hands. You get gun holding hands. You get peace signs, you get pointing fingers. You get a ton of hands that come with the DX set that you do not get with the normal set, which I'll cover in a different review. Also, you get a custom carrying case. So if you don't want to keep your box, keep all your hands in a really cool case, cover it up. They also give you a stage for your figure. I'm not going to open this up because I have plenty of stages already. And even better with the DX set, you get DX weapons. So there is a pencil, there is a board, there's a laptop, there's a cell phone, there's a gun, and there's a katana. So you have all these weapons. I saw in some posts there were people complaining about, oh, why do I have to cut it out and things like that? Well, it's a blank body. Just like any other artistic mind, you don't have all the work cut out for you. So they give you a blank body. It's like a muse. It's giving you, how can I say? It's giving you what you need for creation. It's giving you inspiration. It's letting you go along the way. But there's no amount of words that can describe how I feel about this figure, but it's amazing. So real quick, I'm going to do a size comparison with a bunch of other figures so you guys can see how tall it stands in comparison with other things. So the DX Blank Male compared to the Figma Blank Body. So as you clearly see, there is a huge height difference. Here it is with SHF Fies. Here it is with my custom Kit Bash figure. Then I'm going to put Marvel Legends Black Panther right here, who happens to be a tad bit bigger than normal Legends in general. So let's just be aware of that. Then I'm going to put him up to a Build-A-Figure Rhino. So we have this comparison of figures, and I'm going to backtrack a little so you guys can see. So in terms of height comparison, it stands in really good height with a bunch of other figures. So I thought that was really cool. It's not too small, but it's also not too large. So you get the right amount of height for something that you want. So I'm going to take these other figures away. We got to take Black Panther away. We're going to take Rhino away. And the reason why I'm going to leave the Figma one is because this is the comparison you have. Figma is non-scale at all, whereas SHF likes to call himself 1/12 scale along the lines. But you can see the huge difference in between the two. Now, this came out first years ago, and then now there's this. Almost immediately, Figma came and replied with their own 2.0s that they have coming out. So then there's that. So one thing really cool about the figure is that it just outright has amazing articulation that I constantly get into. And I'm pretty sure I've said that a million times, but it's actually really great. Now on a stage, if I can find out where I even put mine to begin with, wherever that may be, because I just had an open one. But on a stage, you get tons of accessories. I'm actually gonna open up a bag now, open up a stage, and show you. So on the stage, you can add the figure, and then voila. So just like that, he works perfectly fine on the stage. He's not too heavy. He can get a lot of poses. There are tons of things you can do with the figure that allow you to say, wow, this is like really cool. And then just like that, another cool pose. A lot of people are gonna turn it into Saitama and other cool figures, and I can't wait. I'm excited because the ending possibilities you have, it's ridiculous. Honestly, even if you don't want a reason to do this, like this figure is honestly a 10 out of 10. You get all the stuff you would ever want to do and cover and align. If you want to do customs, you can do customs. If you want to use it for anatomy and art, you can. Like it's endless possibilities with the figure. He can stand up on one leg. Like how many people you know can like get their figure to do that? So this is really cool stuff. It's one of a kind. If you get your chance, I'd highly advise you sit down and do it. Another really cool thing that I did is on my regular DX Flesh Mail, I gave it 3A clothing. So this is proof right here that it works with other compatible lines. It fits clothing very well. So there's a bunch of things you can do to it. Honestly, I was sold on the line once it was announced. I'm really glad. I plan on getting a lot. I plan to get a ton more if possible. Instantly, this figure is a 10 out of 10. I just thought it was perfect. So if you don't already have it, I advise you go out and you pre-order it. Instant use for customs, instant use for art, just so many different reasons. So if you want to go out there and get it, I totally suggest you do. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Try to make it as short and sweet as possible to cover what it is. But this is honestly just an excellent figure. Just if you got a chance to go out and get it and you got the money, go out and get it. The DX set is well worth it, and if you can't afford the DX set, just settle for the flesh color. Less hands, but still just as nice. All right, guys, take it easy, and thanks so much.